And this is not without reason. The Pope and the papacy is more than just a religious institution. Everyone seems to be getting on board with the climate change agenda, the Pope of Rome being the most vocal, and he has been to many climate conferences to urge legislation such as carbon taxing and climate finance, which are all civil terms. But wait, I thought the Pope was just a religious leader. Is he speaking as a politician or a religious figure? The Pope recently has done many ecumenical alliances to help combat climate change. He doesn't just use political language, but also moral language, terms such as our common home, environmental justice, and just helping those in need to be able to communicate in a more moral way instead of political. He has merged the political and religious world together. The political and religious world is seriously coming together on this issue. The Pope is even giving his Laudato Si platform to be enacted within the next 7 years. And this is not without reason. The Pope and the papacy is more than just a religious institution, but it's also a political one, recognized as such. The power of the papacy has immense power, and many people underestimate its influence in its political affairs. The papacy itself has claimed time and time again of being both a religious and civil power. And it is recently, through the new climate laws that are being urged, that we can visibly see that the church is growing politically in power and strength. In the book Romanism as a World Power, it gives quotations of the papacy and its role as a political power. It states, American Catholics should understand that the teachings of their faith, namely the Church, is not a republic or democracy, but a monarchy, that at all her authority is from above the rest in her hierarchy. Such the essential constitution of the Church given her by Jesus Christ, who placed all the powers and the rights of government in his visible kingdom on earth, both in things temporal and things spiritual, exclusively into her visible rulers, the bishops. So the papacy is a monarchy that believes it has a divine right dominion over all things, temporal and spiritual. Temporal being physically, including politics, and spiritual being religious. Thomas Aquinas, one of the most quoted saints of the Church of Rome, stated, "The Pope by divine right hath spiritual and temporal power. As supreme king of the world, he can impose taxes on all Christians and destroy towns and cities for the preservation of Christianity." So they can do all of this in the name of the common good. They carry this assumption that they have the right, due to their belief of Jesus giving the keys to Peter as the first pope, to overthrow kings. In 1798, they lost all that power and right over the kings, which now leads us to our modern times, where they have become more tolerant of the civil authorities that are not under her domain. However, the Pope still has a seat and throne, still wearing a crown, a triple tiara, which actually signifies heaven, hell, and earth. Crowns came from ancient cultures and usually signifying them overthrowing another kingdom. This also represents their dominion over politics, ecology, and spirituality, which explains why the Pope has been so vocal of the so-called ecological sin and environmental justice. Climate change is both uniting secular and the religious world, and Laudato Si is really a political bill that the whole world should follow. The papacy doesn't care if you're atheist or non-Christian, everyone is included, but rather they are seeking to gain politically in the name of the environment. So is this climate change agenda the glue that will unite the Christian world and the secular world together for a new world order? Time will tell. This is Carlos Santibanez with Truthseekermedia.